welcome back to Switched to Linux. So today we are going to have a look at the Trisquel Linux distro. Just a brief quick look. I think some of you people already run it, so hopefully I don't mess anything up too badly. But yeah, I've never heard of it either, Linux historian. It is based on Ubuntu, but it is they've stripped out everything that is proprietary or close to proprietary, and we're going to be talking a little bit about some of that. But we're going to dive over to the comments first, ask some fun community questions, and then we are going to dive into this. I'm going to go ahead and record it. So, oh, hey, I forgot to reset my comment screen. I always forget something, don't I? Let's do that, and there we are. Now the comment stream is set up. All right. So, sup, mate? Yo. So Linux Historian has uploaded his second teaser for the Solace video, History of Solace video, which is going to be scheduled to be launched 2nd of May. Very good. So check out Linux Historian's channel for that. Isaiah, how's it going there? Talking about the Avengers of Infinity War and all that other stuff. I don't really follow movies much anymore. You know, I have not seen an original movie idea in a long time, and so, I don't know. Movies are now boring to me. I like the older ones. I'm not a big fan of the newer ones, so I don't know. And yeah, and I agree, Isaiah. I like Star Wars. It's sad it's being ruined. Yes, the new Star Wars is like, it's so bad I stopped caring. The only reason I've actually seen any of them since the one, what, 2 years ago was it? I forget. The episode 7, I think. The only reason I saw any Star Wars after episode 7 is they happen to correlate with my brother's birthday, and I happen to be at his house, and that's the one thing he wants to do. So I go along. Not really my thing. Yes, the kitty is here. The kitty. Wow. Libre Secure, greetings. I think Disney just repeating the same old ideas with the new Star Wars. Yep. Because they know, and this is why it's always better to do a franchise expansion than it is to do a new concept. Is a new concept, it takes a lot of market education to get into there. An old one, you say Star Wars, and you already automatically are going to sell about 500,000 tickets easy. And so it's an easy cash grab, and they're just going to keep doing them forever. It doesn't matter how bad they suck, because the purists want to at least see the experience of having everything. Cat, leave my stuff alone. But anyway, that's the downside of it, you know. And then of course that's pretty much why we're not getting any new movie concepts, because it's just easier to keep pushing out the same old stuff, and it's all the same. We've run out of ideas. So I don't know, I'd like to go see something interesting and new and unusual, but yeah, I don't know. Blitz Leopard, hello there. Do I own Blu-rays? Nope. I have just simply decided Blu-ray and anything that comes after Blu-ray, I'm just going to ignore. DVDs are good enough. We don't need to all have to rebuy all our technology because the latest 8K video system has come out. Dude, get over it, you know. Oh, boy. Daniel, how's it going there? Just watch everything online these days. Hi, how are you? I don't know. Hello, Mitchell. How is Phoenix today? Q1 Fiend says hello, CJ. Let's see. Kitty is ready, and we are now ready. Let's run the show. That's right. Yeah, he was looking out the window, right until we started. Let's see. Ubuntu 18 came out today. Yep, I will probably do some Ubuntu videos soon. Not sure exactly when. I may or may not actually do a tinfoil hat time on Saturday. What I might end up doing is just recording a few different Ubuntu videos and releasing those earlier. So just an FYI, I may not be streaming live on Saturday. I have a bunch of other things I'm doing. So I'm actually catering a lunch meal for a friend as they're doing some retraining for CPR stuff. So I said, oh, I'll come cater for everybody. May as well. All right, so let's go ahead and dive on in. We're going to push the start record button now. We're going to go ahead and record this, and I will release this edited, and maybe tonight. I don't know. I think I'm not releasing the Mac video from yesterday. I'm going to release the other two. So if you saw that, hey, you got a chance to see it. I'm going to take that one out as soon as, probably sometime today, I'm going to take that one, the live stream from yesterday, down and start just replace with the other two that were there. So just an FYI, that's coming. Also, list in the comments. I am working right now. I'm working on my own unified support channel to link all three of my channels in one separate place with one separate support thing, so I can cut out Patreon, which kind of sucks. I can cut out a lot of those other types of things. So I'm looking for what type of perk ideas should I have in there? What types of things would make it worthwhile to register and support the site to have running on that system? Let me know. Because I am compiling a list of different different types of things. You know what I didn't include? There's something else in there. So anyway, I'm compiling ideas to figure out how to make a good system work. I'm actually actively putting that thing together right now, and so I'll unveil more information. The patron supporters already know a little bit more about what I'm doing. But I want your guys' input as well. What types of things should we do in a unified support site? One location to see everything switch to Linux, everything with all of my channels. And also another plug before we get started is 9 o'clock tonight, which is Eastern time, which is 2 hours from now. I will also be streaming on the Christian channel. So we'll be streaming on the other channel tonight. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on in. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. So today we're going to do a quick look at Trisquel Linux. So Trisquel is an Ubuntu-based system that has the stamp of approval from the Free Software Foundation. So we're going to have a look at this distro, what it has to do, and we're going to boot it up on a virtual box and just have a quick peek under the hood, see what's in there. I believe I've not been able to decipher all the information, but I believe this is it is a brand new release, but I believe it is still based on Ubuntu 16.04. If you know differently, please correct me in the comments. But we're going to go ahead and have a look at this. So let's go ahead and look at the website here first. So this is at trisquel.info, trisquel.info. You can get information. And they do have a regular size, which is based on Mate. This used to be based on GNOME. They dropped GNOME support with this edition because the latest GNOME requires proprietary drivers to get everything displaying correctly. So they've dropped that to go with Mate as their primary, and they have a light version which runs XFCE. We'll have a look at those options as well. So they are working now on the development of the 9.0. This is the new 8.0 long-term stable release, which has update support until April 2021. So it will be available with that. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and look at the download options. You can come over here. You'll see that it has the Mate has 50 different language translators pre-installed. It is a 2.5 gigabyte download, and so that is a fairly large download, particularly for a distro that is simply running Mate. There is a mini version which runs the LXDE desktop. I'm sorry, I said XFCE. It is LXDE. My apologies. This only has the English and Spanish translations. And then there is also, this one has the Sugar Learning environment. There is also a net install. And they do have 32 and 64-bit editions. So go ahead and pick whatever works best for your system. And then you can grab whichever download server works best, whichever mirror, and then you can download the ISO or you can download the torrent. So that is where you can pick it up, how you can grab it. It boots right on up into the VirtualBox. Of course, I said it is Free Software Foundation approved. So here is their website. If you come on down here, you can see it's down here on the list, so you can check that out, and you can grab the release announcement here. So you can grab the images, and here's just the basic information. Like they said, the biggest change is they went from GNOME to Mate. So those people that like GNOME, you'll be Saddy Face. Those people who don't like GNOME and like Mate better, you'll be Happy Face. So you have those options there as well. Linux Libre 4.4 by default. 4.13 is available as a rolling release. Xorg 7.7. LibreOffice 5.1, which is actually a pretty old version. And then VLC 2.2. And I think that's also a pretty old version. I know 3 is out as well. So it is does not seem to have the most up-to-date software, but regardless, it is certainly a distro that if you're looking for an Ubuntu base with all open source software, it is certainly an option for you. So we're gonna go ahead and boot this bad boy up. Let's see what we get. I'm just resizing stuff so I can seeing what is the best way to get this going, and then we'll dive back into this. I'm just being quiet so I can see where to edit out of the video better. And yes, the thing is talking. Just trying to see where I can best get into the look, I'm going to have to do the system settings. I can never find the location to change the, there we are. Control center. I am very limited in what I can do for my system control settings there. So let's just go ahead and I'm just going to shrink this down to size like that, and then we'll just kind of do this here. There we are. All right, so here we are booted into it. Like I said, it installs just fine. It does not bring the guest editions with it, and we're very limited on the support that we have. I'm not going to bother adding the guest editions. We'll just kind of look at it like this. And so with this guy booted up here, let me see. Let me actually make one more little change to the size. There we go. Make that a little bit bigger. All right. So now that we are booted in, one of the more annoying factors is it has the screen reader enabled by default. So if you listen closely, you may hear it talking through my speakers. Let me turn up the volume here. Oh, I muted it.
Desktop frame. Icon new layer pane 0 item. Bottom expanded edge panel frame. Bottom expanded edge panel.
Well, that's enough to drive me mad. So let's go ahead and mute that for a little bit. And let's go ahead and turn off the, see if I can, okay, assistant technologies. Let's see. I have to close and log out. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, we're just going to keep the thing muted. Because it does turn on the, that quite annoying screen reader stuff by default right out of the box. Here's our web browser. We have our home folder. Here's our menu. I do really like their icon. That's kind of why I put it as my main screen. So you have the web browser here. We have iStuff Mail, remote desktop, transmission, Pigeon installed, Office, Again, this is probably an older version, 5.1. So one of the things I'm seeing right out of the gate is it does seem to have a lot older software. So here it says that this should be 5.1. So yes, it's 5.1.6.2 is what's installed here. Let's go ahead and see if is the spelling checker working. So spelling checker works. Come here, you're not allowed on the desk. So it looks like the spelling checker does indeed work. The synonyms are input, so it does have a lot of the packages configured, set up there, right? And so that is one of the things that it does have. Graphics, we have GIMP, we have the Eye of Matei Imager, image color selection, simple scan, Brassario for burning disks, VLC, sound, a couple of games that are fairly common, and then the basic Matei accessories, calculators, dictionaries, etc., all that kind of stuff. So everything here is pretty standard. It does feel like a good full operating system right out of the box. Let's go ahead and reload that, and going to enter my password there. It's going to reload the package information, and then let's just see if any of the software packages that it might want any updates to might be newer. So first thing, we're going to go ahead and just have a look at what's in here. So if I wanted to grab, let's see. So I'm not really seeing any software that I might be looking for that's missing, so that's good. So it looks 7-zip is installed by default. There you go. Okay, there's the About Matei. Let's see if I can remember how to actually run a basic system update in Ubuntu Matei, or Trisquel in this case. Okay, software updater, we're going to go ahead and run that. Let's go ahead and check for updates. I do like the theming on it. The theming is pretty nice out of the box. So it wants to download some core software. So let's just go ahead and allow it to do its downloady thing. All right, so otherwise, inside our control center, we have our, there's software and updates, software updater. We're going to have a look at that when we're done. There's a startup disk creator. That's nice. You can create a new startup disk for your system. Synaptic package managers installed, our time and date. Okay, so here's your appearances. Everything I would expect from Matei. You can see that they do have their own built-in theme. Kind of reminds me almost like Cinnamon, how Cinnamon implements itself, and that's kind of cool. But you do have all these other ones. I think I run the Green Submarine on my backup system, so that's one I like. So let's just go ahead and change it to that. So that's pretty cool. Curious. I'm thinking this is probably going to be Kaja. Yep. So then you should, let's see. Yeah, I don't have the ability to actually get in here and open something. Oh, you can't open. Okay, you can't open an individual folder as administrator. So right click, you can open a folder as an administrator. So that's good. How's our software updater doing? We're going to go ahead and restart that later. I want to look at the software and updates now, see if that's any different. All right, so here's our basic updates. So everything in there is standard, what I would expect from a basic Ubuntu system. Here's your menu editor. All right. So that's pretty good. So suppose you're new to Mate, you want to learn a little bit more about how to manage or theme this. You can come down here into your panel and you can do some properties. Right click it for properties. You can auto hide it. You can expand it. You can set the background as images, or you can set it as you can set the panels a little bit more transparent or not. That means they probably are using Conky as their window manager, is my guess. Should be able to see an option to edit that. Of course, I don't use Mate enough. I sometimes get Mate mixed up with some of the other ones. We can actually add panels, or add to the panel, rather. So a variety of different things. So there's clocks, custom application launchers, which is what we have over here. Connect to server, dictionary lookup, fish, the eyes. A variety of different things we can add to it. Oh, let's go ahead and have a look at the system resources real quick. See how much data this is taking. So it looks like we have... Oh, we're using just about a gig, actually. That's quite a bit. I was running some software stuff, so might be artifaces of that going on in the background, but it is running on about 1 gig of memory. I have allocated 6 gigs to this virtual box, so it's not running slow or anything. Nice add remove button right there in the system. I'm guessing that this is the just the basic web browser, kind of based on the GNOME web browser, and I forget what all that's based on. Oh, it's actually Firefox. Huh. That's actually not what I expected. Just said web browser, and let's see, about browser. So it's Abby browser 59 for Trisquel, which does, based on the theming here, it definitely looks like it is based on Firefox Quantum. So it does look like it's a customized browser for that. Let's see the search. Let's see, preferences. So search, they're giving us DuckDuckGo as our default for our search. We have the options Amazon, Bing, Google. We have Trisquel. We don't have Start Page, but you know, DuckDuckGo is good. I like DuckDuckGo too. It's definitely getting better. Let's Bing, remove that. Remove eBay. I usually allow Google to hang around because sometimes I might need it. And I don't really want to search Amazon. So there you go. Now our default. So our default was DuckDuckGo. So that's actually good. So they are a little bit more privacy centric than some other ones are. There's our Mate. So all right, there's that. Let's go ahead and have a look at the theming again, just for those that might be new to this particular desktop environment. You want to come down and find the control center. I always forget that. In Mate, it'll have a menu which has all of the individual items if you know what you're looking for. Everything will be inside the menus if you know right where you're going. But if you don't, you can actually come into this screen here, which has access to everything. So inside your appearances, this we've already been into once, but inside of here, you can select your main overall theme. You can download and install themes. There's a link online. You can adjust your background. Let's have a look at what backgrounds we have available here. Okay, so these ones here, there's a little series of backgrounds. Some basic Mate ones. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. It's got a little Trisquel symbol there. Let's go ahead and use that one. You can adjust your fonts. So here's our basic system font, and gotta remember how we can. There it is. Let's bump our font size up a little bit. There we are. So now our main font size is upped a little bit there. Then we can show icons in the menus or not. So those menus are they are these menus here, showing the icons in these menus. We can enable those or turn those off from inside of here. Closing that will bring us back over here. Never actually been through this system here. This is for your main menu editor, so if you want to adjust anything, move anything around on your main menu, you can do that from over here. So there's a notification test. I like the notifications on this a lot better than I've seen. Looks like all of them are essentially the same, but I do like it. It is a nice notification system. And Windows. No, it's still giving me notifications. And here's your basic startup applications. So there's the backup. It is launching a backup monitor automatically. So that's good. Let's go ahead and have a look at the backup system they have. See if I can find it. Okay, so here's your backups. You can set your folder to save your backups to, folders to ignore, storage location. Last I knew, let's see. Yeah, this one's enabled to save this to like a network store. You have to set up a way to mount the drive first. I actually have a Linux Mint video on how to mount the drive so that you can basically create it. It mounts it on boot, and then you can automatically run your backups. And you can set your automatic backups, and then you can delete old backups, you know, 6 months, a year, forever. So you can do that if you want to turn on your automatic backup. But the backup monitor is already enabled, so that is where that is. So there is Trisquel. Just a brief, quick look. Looks pretty nice. My final assessment: not a bad distro, based on Ubuntu, so that's good. And it does have older software, though, in many ways, kind of really old software. If that's okay with you, that's okay with you. If you are not necessarily okay with that, then you probably know how to upgrade software to more recent versions. For example, Linux Mint, some of the software is a little bit older on that as well. Those critical pieces of software, like I'm recording this on OBS Studio, I always use the latest of that. You know, I install that intentionally. Same with the Kden Live. So you can do that. You can upgrade the software if you need to. It is pretty nice, though, if you're looking for an Ubuntu-based distro that is approved by the Free Software Foundation and completely open source. This is probably a good go-to. So that's my final thoughts on that. So what do you guys think down below? All right, we're going to go ahead and just keep that open for a little bit while we flip through everything here. Manjaro 18 is on the horizon. Very good. Discovery is good. Good. Star Trek is great. Okay. Can you give us a few examples of your list to start thinking about? Yes. So I'm looking for ideas for a support community. So, you know, basically the idea is you would sign in, help support the channel, and then you'd get access, like perk access. What I'm already doing on the Patreons right now, they will get access to these live streams after I pull them down. The patrons can always see the old archive of live streams versus they're unlisted on YouTube after I upload the edited versions. So unedited live streams. I also do a weekly or bi-weekly usual supporters vlog to let people know what's going on. The books that I write, digital copies, are free for any supporters. I'm also gonna probably do maybe do for the cooking channel, what types of recipes am I working on developing, maybe releasing an ebook of the recipes list or a copy of my database for the recipes. If I can figure it out, coupon codes. So I'm going to be doing things like that, maybe insight on experiments or other things that I'm doing. Forums for communications. I was thinking maybe like I could do like some type of locked out social system, but I'm not really sure I want to do that, but it's an option. I'm going to experiment with early access to podcasts. I'm not sure how that's going to go or not, but we'll see what I can do. And so those are the types of things I have on my list right now. So if you have any other ideas, what would convince you that $1 or $5 or whatever a month is worthwhile for extra community services? We need more kittens in the chat. I'm lonely. Hello, Calmer. Is it Calmer? How's it going there? First Contact holds a special place in my heart. When can I download Ubuntu 18.04? There's only 17.10 on the site right now. I'm not sure. It should be available very soon. What about Ubuntu 18.10? Well, Ubuntu 18.10 is not out yet. Heard they're switching from LXDE to LXQT. They might have had a few bugs they're fixing. Okay. Possibility. Your lighting and video looks better. Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of improvements on the channel. So that's kind of some of the things I've been working at. And definitely if you saw like the Facebook video last night, yeah, that was horrible lighting. That was that new YouTube's like, yeah, we have a new camera button. You can stream quickly on the camera. Yeah, it's horrible. Don't use it. You have no control over anything. It's crazy. I love Mate and GNOME 3. One for older systems and one for newer systems. There you go. A top screen reader. At least the distro is good for the blind, which I do respect. There you go. Yes. Right out of the box. My mouse did not even work out of the box. My mouse was eaten by my cat. Greetings, Brendan. How are you? I remember the old Noctix having the same screen reader voice. Never been a fan of Mate, just makes me wish I was using XFCE, which is my favorite. There you go. All right. Hello, Anna Rita. Where can you download the podcast stream? Let me grab the exact. There's two addresses I know get to it, but one of them is technically more correct than the other. Let's verify which one I have. So the podcast, this is for the Christian channel. The podcast is on. It is on Google. It's been approved for Google. I'm still waiting for the Apple approval. But if you are manually doing podcasts, I hope I just dropped that in there. Yep. If you are manually doing podcasts, that is the link that you will get. So right now I'm going to be doing the Daily Walk podcasts first, and then I'm going to be putting on the Bible studies when I'm done with those. And I'm shooting to get up, a handful a week until I'm caught up. So I use GPodder as my podcaster program, LifeRay for RSS feeds. So yeah, but I do not know where to go to download. Yep. So that's there. It is searchable on Google now. It's Our Walk in Christ podcast. And I'm, like I said, as of this morning, I wasn't on there. Let me just do a quick check. See if Apple approved it yet. Apple takes forever apparently. And, it's already, tomorrow it will be a week. I put it up for approval last week. They said it takes between 7 and 10 days, and it's already been about 7. So nope. Nothing from that email address, so I'll look into it early next week. Looks like PC Linux OS, probably. What do you think about the Brave web browser? I am overall not a fan. System 76 is going to start making their PCs in the US. That's good. Very cool. Hello, Robert. Hello, Robert. How are you? Love it. Use Lifery, so that will work. All right. Yep. Yeah, I was able to put that into. I downloaded GPodder, and I was able to put that into GPodder, Or actually, did I? Yeah, I put it in a G-Potter. I think I also was able to manually put that into Rhythm Box, and it worked. Meow, meow. Sorry for missing this one. Listening to my sister's radio show. Awesome. Yep. Who's from Ukraine? I'm not from Ukraine. Tom, do you have to pay to have RSS feed for your podcast, though? That's kind of a funny story. And maybe I'll go into that. I am streaming. If you come on later, I am streaming on the Christian channel tonight at 9 o'clock, which is an hour and a half from now. I'm going to stream on that channel. So for me, I have so much server space. All a podcast needs is an RSS feed. I have the ability to host that. The only place that you can't do that on is Pandora, or not Pandora, Spotify. Spotify is stupid when it comes to podcasts. They're just kind of crazy. And so they're the only ones that are causing problems. You have to be hosted at a different podcast hosting place. Almost all of those do cost money. So what I'm doing right now is there is one that will allow me to have a limited access for free, is my thought. And so, in that respect, everywhere except Spotify, I can host them without a problem because I'm self-hosting all the podcasts. So that's kind of what the situation is with that. So that's that, and yeah, I'll have to look into the rest of them. All right. So anything else? I guess we'll do a final call for comments. This is a short one today. We're going to do a final call for comments, and then we're going to go ahead and feed the kitty. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I concur, Case Alex. I use Spotify. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whoa. Oh yeah. Ba 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 ba. All right. Hey, KSLX, she does not have to respond. You may ask a couple of once or so, and other than that, no, nobody must respond. What are my thoughts on SJWs? This is not a stream for us talking about SJWs. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to go ahead and jump off. Yeah, just in time for the feeding, but we're about to jump off here. Let's see if I can get the kitty looking cute, though. Oh, yeah. Kitty, kitty. There's another kitty watching you. Meow. Say meow, meow. CJ, your virtual girlfriend is watching you today. Aww. Aww. What do you think? What do you think, huh? Is he looking good? Is he looking good? Yeah. All right, folks. I'm going to hop off here. You can join me over. Let me actually find you the link for the other one. We'll be at the other... Whoa, that's the wrong button. I typed in something wrong. There we are. Copy link location. All right, that is where I will be in an hour and a half from now. Oh, yeah, Kyra Holmes, you're late. Yep, see you guys. Have yourselves a good one, and we will catch you later.